Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Gino and today's video is going to be about the first 7 bags in my collection. So thank you to Totes Jean for tagging me in his video. I'll leave a link in the description to his video, which by the way, the notifications on the YouTube app are not very consistent. You actually have to click through all of the sub tabs to see if you've been tagged in anything. So apologies to anyone that has tagged me before, but I've never responded. I genuinely do not get these notifications unless I'm actively looking for them. I've been meaning to do a story time of sorts about the beginnings of my bag collecting. At this point, I can't even call it a collection. It's a pantheon. You have your gods, small g, your demigods, and then you have the common bags. I love all of the pieces I have. I've only let go of 2 so far. Those were very beautiful bags as well, but I've kept everything else, including the 7 bags that I'm going to show you today. I did not know what my first 7 bags were. I vaguely knew what the first 4 were, but I had to go through an archived chat history to see if I had taken any photos, and lo and behold, I actually did have a photo of exactly 7 bags. As for how much they cost, I had to go through my bank account statements and write it all down and just tally it up at the end. Consider this a companion video to my previous upload, which was about how to wear color, and in that video I omitted blues, blacks, browns, because you could wear that with just about anything. Ironically, the 7 bags I'm going to show you are blues, browns, blacks. I'll go through my thought process as to why I had chosen each bag, so you'll get a clearer understanding of what my mindset was at the time, and how it has evolved since. Before I had commenced my bag journey, the most expensive thing that I ever purchased that was non-utility, non-education, non-necessity was this $720 Lego mural. Now at the time, $720 was a lot of money to be spending, but as you'll see, that threshold has been raised higher and higher with every subsequent luxury purchase. I'll give an honorable mention to these 2 bags. These are technically the first 2 contemporary bags in my collection. I did not buy these were gifted to me, so they have sentimental value. This Ted Baker one in particular, I was using every day since it was given to me. It is well worn. You can see along this line here, it's got a lot of scuff marks and darkening because of how it just rubs against the suit jackets. It has warped a lot, so it doesn't stand up straight, it will fall forward, and it doesn't really have a resale value because it is so well worn, but it will never leave my collection. And neither will this. This is a Marc Jacobs business bag. It is very not me, but again, sentimental value. I count it as part of my pantheon. I guess there will be a time when I need to be very dressed down, very corporate looking, so when that time comes, I'll be using this again. With those 2 bags out of the way, I can now talk about my first luxury bag that I had purchased for myself, the Rimowa Personal. Before this bag was released, Dior and Rimowa had did a collaboration. So Dior came out with this aluminium version, which came in 4 colorways, and I thought it was absolutely beautiful, but I could not justify spending $3,000 on a bag. When Rimowa started releasing their own polycarbonate versions, at the time it was $1,820, I thought that was a bargain. So when I saw this online, I thought it was beautiful. It was at a reasonable price point, and well, there wasn't really an occasion to buy it. I just bought it because I liked it. This particular style, where it's white with this tan orange leather strap, is a seasonal color. They only released it for the Lunar New Year. This specific colorway is not available. However, they do have the aluminium silver one with this exact same color strap. Would I buy this again? Absolutely, but I would go with the aluminium version. This one, compared to the Dior collab, is a lot more simplified, so it has less features on it, but it's still functionally the same. The interior is in this beautiful tan I think it's terracotta. I'm gonna go with terracotta. It is this beautiful color. Doesn't actually fit a lot. Yes, it can fit a phone, a flat card holder, and maybe some loose odds and ends. At the time, I was so obsessed with this bag that I was actually contemplating just getting one in every colorway. So again, I bought this for $1,820. This currently retails for $1,870. I bought this bag on the 8th of May, 2021. So that is the day that marked my luxury journey. The second bag that I had purchased was this, the Dior book tote. It doesn't need any introduction. I'm sure every YouTuber has done a review video about it. There's nothing really more left to say, except that this particular colorway, this navy toile de jouy, I saw pictures of it online. I've seen the savoir-faire making of videos, and I just thought it was absolutely beautiful. However, I wasn't actively considering buying it. At the time, I had purchased it for $4,700. Now that is a substantial jump from $1,800 for a Rimowa, and oddly enough, the day I had picked up this bag, I was actually at the David Jones store accompanying someone else that was buying their own puzzle bag. I decided to just drop by the Dior stand and just see the bag for myself. So I saw this on the table, so I was like, yes, this bag is coming home with me right now. At the time, they only had 2 sizes. They have since introduced the third. What's surprising is that with the smaller version of this, they severely cut off the design. So you only get like the top half of the tiger here, and the price difference was only $200. Can you believe that? A $200 price difference between the smallest and the largest size. Naturally, I get the bigger bag, where you get the full toile de jouy design. I had purchased this on the 19th of June, 2021. Again, $4,700. This retails now for $5,000. Would I buy this again? Absolutely. There is no insert currently in here, but I did buy one separately. But as you can see, this bag is still holding up. It is still very rigid, so it can stand up on its own. I have never folded it flat since I unpacked it at home, mainly because I just wanted to maintain the structural integrity. So it has always remained out and open like this. I did put a generic twilly on here to begin with, but I didn't like how it looked on here. Yes, the handle has yellowed a bit because I do that. I mentioned that I have a pantheon of a collection, so this is at the very top along with my LED puzzle. This is the queen of my collection, no doubt about it. Like I mentioned, Rimowa was 8 May, Dior was 19 June. From this point onwards, it is going to get crazy because I started buying bags in quick succession. Once you get over the sticker shock, I guess anything was possible at this point. I had already crossed a threshold I wouldn't have before, so anything was fair game at this point. Now let's move on to bag number 3. Loewe. This is the medium puzzle. Doesn't need any introduction. You all know what it is. I just mentioned previously that we were at the David Jones store to pick up another puzzle bag. So I guess that would count as my first introduction to the brand. I think I decided at this point I might as well just get one designer bag from each major fashion house, and Loewe was next on the list. These bags obviously come in a lot of different colorways. This one in particular just suits my natural skin tone, my natural color palette, so it was a no-brainer. I purchased this on the 29th of June for $4,750. Today, the medium is exclusively sold in the puzzle edge style for $5,500. Would I buy this bag for $5,500? Oh, I don't know, probably not. But to think, if I had never bought this bag, I would never have gotten that LED puzzle. So it's thanks to this bag that I was able to get that bag. I forgot to mention that for these first 3 bags, the actual transaction and the time spent at the store, I would say it was about 5 minutes. I had bought this bag during my lunch break. I show a picture of this bag to my now essay. So he brings it out, I look at it, I love it, he wraps it up, and I'm out of there. And never thinking that I would ever show my face at that store again. I can appreciate that a lot of craftsmanship and handwork went into assembly of this bag. I don't think it's easy to just feed this through a sewing machine because of all of the curves and corners that you'd have to deal with. So I guess, yes, I would pay the $5,500 price tag. So let's move on to bag number 4. Louis Vuitton. So after my first 3 bags, I thought I absolutely need an LV bag to complete this quartet of a collection. Now, I didn't know what bag specifically I wanted. I shortlisted a few items and this was one of them. So I go to the store in the city after work. This essay shows me the options that I had requested. It was a toss-up between this and a denim version. I'm glad I picked the monogram Eclipse. This was on the 3rd of July 2021 and I paid $3,900. Currently this retails for $4,350. Would I buy this bag again? Probably not. No, I wouldn't. I had done a review video about this and in it I said that I would have preferred the Pochette Matisse, but I take that back. If I looked harder, I probably would have picked up other alternatives. But again, I thought this would be my one and only time I'd purchase something from LV, so I thought I'll go with canvas. And yes, I was surprised that this was not leather. That's how much I knew about LV. I didn't know that most of their offering was canvas. And yes, it still smells. By this point, I knew nothing about the luxury world. I wasn't aware of brand loyalty and the importance of maintaining relationships with SAs. The only SA relationship that I have maintained up to today is my Loewe one. I have since gotten my own LV SA, but not at the Sydney store. Moving on to bag number 4. Another Loewe puzzle. This one I had bought from this Australian consignment store called the Purse Affair. Apparently they get good customer reviews, so I just checked their website one day, saw this bag on sale for $3,150, and I'm thinking, I like the puzzle. This is over $1,000 cheaper. It looks in pretty good nick, so might as well get it. This looks like it's a pretty sturdy bag, however, when I had received it in the post, it was a lot more floppy and it wasn't really taken well care of. I had to put a lot of leather conditioner on it to make it more supple because it was feeling a bit dry. There's still a lot of wrinkling on the back, and when I store it, I do pack a lot of stuffing in here. I had purchased this on the 4th of July for $3,150. Would I buy this at its retail price of $5,500? No, I would not. I have been looking on a lot of consignment stores and reseller websites, and there are quite a few puzzles at reasonable prices that I am looking to add. I should probably mention that this is all happening in mid-2021, so this was when lockdowns were really ramping up. Spending most of my days indoors, there's only so much you can do. So consignment stores were looking a lot more attractive. I'm trying to think of the timeline of the events of COVID. All these bags that I've purchased so far, I was able to leave the house, but obviously I was wearing a mask. I guess after the purchase of this bag, that's when mandatory lockdowns were happening again, in Australia at least. So I was subject to stay-at-home orders, and so I couldn't really have any more fun. I was going to spend my birthday in lockdown and I couldn't celebrate, so I thought I'll just buy a birthday gift for myself. So I chose Burberry. I had purchased this bag online on the 18th of July for $1,530. This is a pretty standard camera bag. A lot of fashion houses sell camera bag style. You can't go wrong with it. It's very functional, very durable. This one is in canvas. Brown leather trim, black piping, gold hardware. Does come with a strap and just a black lining interior. Again, I was of the mindset that I would just get one Burberry bag and that would be it. At the time, they had quite a few tempting options online. The other bag that I was considering was the pocket bag, which I ended up getting anyway at a later date. I'm glad I have both. At the time, I paid $1,530. They don't sell this anymore, but a similar camera bag from Burberry will set you back $1,690. Would I buy this bag again? I think I would. Mainly because I like this print. If they didn't sell this camera bag, I would probably get something else in this print. But that's not all. I also picked up this AirPods case for $300. Yes, I am aware this is a ridiculous price to pay for something so small. But because now I was in lockdown, I thought, what the heck, I'll just get it. A similar AirPods case from Burberry will set you back $620. So no, I would not pay $600 for this. When I had bought this, I thought it'd be cute to pair it with this bag, but I didn't realize that there weren't really any connection points to stick this on. The only place I could really hang it was off the zipper here, but it doesn't really look good. But once I started wearing that Fendi Nano bag on my belt, it gave me an idea to wear this on my belt as well. So now I'm glad I have it. So my collection was starting to grow and I just thought all of the colors of all of these bags together just worked really cohesively as a capsule of sorts. And I think at this point I was lying to myself saying that this will be the last bag. My collection is already large as it is. I can survive off what I have. But that mindset did not last for long. The last bag I'm going to feature is this. Saint Laurent Small Sac de Jour. I've done a video about this, so I won't go through the details about it. I had purchased this on the 28th of July for $1,730 from the Purse Affair. If I were to buy this at retail price, it would be $4,420. Would I pay that much for this bag today? No. These do not have really high resale values, so I would be looking to the pre-loved market for more Sac de Jours. So I'm glad I got this at that price point. What I did not know at the time was because it was missing the keys and the shoulder strap, that's why the price was so low. Otherwise, on average, a complete Sac de Jour will cost about $2,000 on the resale market. But this bag is perfectly functional without the key and the strap. So in the span of 3 months, I had spent $21,860. Yeesh. That is a good chunk of loyalty. If I had known that that kind of money will get you some serious loyalty points at a luxury house, I probably would have shopped a lot more smarter. Probably just started my profile with one brand, and then once I've got that established, I could consider moving on to different brands. But I was of the mindset that these would be my one and only bags from each fashion house. If I wanted more, I would go to the pre-loved market. At today's prices, if I were to buy everything at retail, it would be $28,950. That is a $7,090 price increase since 2021. Oh my goodness. I dare not add up how much I have spent in total. That 21,000 in 3 months is crazy. I get it. I attribute the frequency of purchases due to lockdown. I think the whole world was in a collective funk. Well, I might as well just treat myself because I ain't traveling anywhere anytime soon. And I guess the rest is history. So thank you so much for watching. Comment down below what was your favorite bag that I've shown today. Any comments, questions, suggestions, leave it down as well. I'm also on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.